Hello students, good morning everyone. Children, let's begin with the English session. Today we'll continue with the Legend of Marathon lesson. So children, pay attention and open to the text to this lesson, Legend of Marathon. Let's begin. Even so, they were skilled. Now we come to page number 66, children. Even so, they were skilled archers. Who were skilled archers? The Persians were the skilled archers. Skilled means what? A person who is very well trained. Okay, a person who shoots and who is very well trained in shooting bows and arrows. Archers are a person who shoots bows and arrows. They showered arrows on the soldiers of Athens. So, these Persian soldiers showered arrows on the soldiers of Athens. Okay, they showered arrows on the soldiers of Athens, but the arrows simply fell off their helmets. So arrows fell off their helmets, arrows fell down from their helmets, and strong armors. Armors means what, children? Metal covering formerly worn to protect the body in battlefield. Okay, this armor is used by a soldier, and the helmet is also used by a soldier to protect themselves from the protect the body from the battle. In the battle, if they get attacked by these bows and arrows or some sharp things, so when they will get attacked, to protect themselves, they wear armors and helmets. Also, the Athenians knew their seashore well. These Athenian soldiers were knowing their seashore well. Seashore means what? The place near the sea. The Persians were new. These Persian soldiers were new to the terrain. They were very much new to the land. Terrain means land. Many of them were killed. When the battle took place between the Persians and the Athenians, many soldiers were killed. Many more were injured. Many soldiers were new to the terrain, new to the land. They were not acquainted to the land, so they were also killed, and many more were injured also. They were also injured. Some of them were lost in the marshy areas. Some of them got lost in waterlogged land. Marshy means waterlogged land. They got lost because they were not acquainted, they were not used to the area. The area where the battle took place, the place where the battle took place, they were not at all acquainted to. It was a new place for them. The brave Athenians drove back every single remaining Persian soldier back to their ships. So Athenians, what they did, they drove back, means the brave Athenians, the brave soldiers of Athens, what they did, drove back every single remaining Persian, means brought the large crowd of soldiers, okay, the Persian soldiers, back to their ship. They took the Persian soldiers, the Athenian soldiers took the Persian soldiers to their ships. And where was the ship? The ship was anchored in the bay. Means anchored means what? The ship was fixed by a heavy metal object for marooning. Okay, marooning means what? The ship was fixed in the near the sea so that the ship will not move. That is known as anchoring in the bay. The battle was over within a few hours. Now the battle took place between Athenians and the Persian soldiers. So the battle was going on, and the description of the battle is given in this paragraph. Okay, the Persian soldiers, they were skilled archers. They were skilled in bows and arrows. Okay, they were shooting bows and arrows. And then what happened? When they were skilled in shooting bows and arrows, they showered arrows on the soldiers of Athens, but the arrows simply fell off. Why the arrows did not hurt the Athenian soldiers? Because they had worn, the soldiers of the soldiers of Athens, they had worn they had worn armors, metal coverings, for covering their head, so that nothing will harm their head and as well as their body. So metal covering they had worn. Also the Athenians knew their seashore well, so they were knowing wherever the battle had took place, they were knowing everything, the place were acquainted, they were acquainted with, they were knowing the place properly. But the Persians were not knowing the place of the battle, the land, the terrain, and many of them were killed, many were injured also in the battle, many were killed and injured. Some of them lost their marshy areas. The brave Athenians drove away every single remaining of Persian soldier back to their ship. So every single soldiers they took to their ship, and the ship was fixed at the bay, and the battle was over within a few hours. The battle finished within few hours. Okay, next paragraph, children, we come to the battle was over, but the Persian did not accept defeat. Though the battle was over, the Persian did not accept the defeat. They did not accept the defeat. They saw that the entire army of Athens had rushed to the seashore. They had seen, though the battle got over, and the Athens thought that they were winning, but the Persian army did not accept the defeat. They did not want to get defeated. They saw the entire army of Athens had rushed to seashore, leaving the city of Athens far behind. Only the aged people, women and children were left in the city. Only in their city, in the Athens city, only they left the Athens city and they went to the seashore. No, the Athenians went to the seashore and they left their city alone. And who was there in the city? Only aged people. Aged people means what? The people, senior citizens, you can say. And children, women were left in the city. The Persians now devised a new plan. So the Persians did not wanted to accept the defeat. So they made a new plan. They made a new plan. The sea route to the city of Athens was much shorter than the land route. So the sea route, the that time people used to travel by sea route. The route of the Athens was much shorter than the land route. Means as people wanted to would reach by the sea route earlier to Athens than the land route. By land route they will take time, but by sea route they will take lesser time. The Persians decided to take the sea route and pounce upon Athens. Now the Persians were very smart soldiers. They did not want to get attacked. They did not accept the defeat. Children, nobody likes to accept their defeat. We also, if we are losing in some competition, we also feel bad. But somewhere we feel that next time I will try. In the same manner, the Persians also did not accept the defeat, and the Persians decided to take the sea route. Why the Persians decided to take the sea route? And because they did not wanted to accept the defeat, so they wanted to attack again the Athens. So by sea route they reached earlier and pounced upon Athens from seaside. They reached the Athens who were at the seashore, and they pounced them they pounced upon Athens from the sea route. The Athenian army on the right side, the Athenian army would take very long to travel back to Athens. So the Athenian army, they would take because by land route if they will come, they will take a long time to travel back to Athens on foot. By walking if they will come with their heavy armor. If they have worn, the soldiers have worn the metal covering for battle, they have their weapons, so they will take time now, because they have taken because if they will take the land road, they will take time, because the soldiers have worn metal covering for battle, they have worn metal covering, they had weapons in their hands, as a soldier has different kinds of swords and weapons. In the same manner, seeing the Persians, the defenseless people in the city of Athens would think that Athens had lost the battle. Looking at the Persians, now the defenseless means the act, because they were not thinking that Persians will attack again. So people in the city of Athens would think that Athens had lost the battle. So what they did, the Persians went and captured the place, and by sea route they went there, and they thought that the people of Athens will think, the Persians thought that the people of Athens will think they had lost the battle. Then it would be easy for the Persians to take over the city. So they would go by the seaside and attack the Athenian city. They will capture the Athenian city. By the time the soldiers come by land road, by their heavy armor and their swords, people of Athens, what they will think, that Athens had lost the battle. This was the plan which was made by the Persian soldiers, and the Persians would take over the city. The Persians had taken over the city. So this was all about page number 66, how the battle took place between the Athenians and the Persians, and how the Persians had used their willpower to defend themselves. They did not accept the defeat, but they took the to defend themselves. They had taken so much pains. They used their brains, so that by the seaside they will go and they will attack the Athenian city. They will capture, and the people of Athens will think that the Athens had lost the battle. Actually they had won the battle, but because of the plan of the Persians, the smartness of the Persians, they will think that the Persians have won the battle. Okay, now we will read this. Even so, we will read page number 66. Even so, they were skilled archers. They showered arrows on the soldiers of Athens. Okay, but the arrows simply fell off their helmets and strong armors. Also, the Athenians knew their seashore well. The Persians were new to the terrain. Many of them were killed, many more were injured. Some of them were lost in the marshy areas in the waterlogged land. Marshy areas means waterlogged land. The brave Athenians drove away every single remaining Persian soldier back to their ships anchored in the bay. The battle was over within a few hours. The battle was over, but the Persians did not accept defeat. They saw that the entire army of Athens had rushed to the seashore, leaving the city of Athens far behind. Only the aged people, women, and children were left in the city. The Persians now devised a new plan. The sea route to the city of Athens was much shorter than the land route. The Persians decided to take the sea route and pounce upon Athens from the seaside. The Athenian army would take very long to travel back to Athens on foot with their heavy armor and weapons. Seeing the Persians, the defenseless people in the city of Athens, would think that Athens had lost the battle. Then it would be easy for the Persians to take over the city. So, children, for today, I have taught this page number 66, two paragraphs. You have to read it, understand the video, and I will attach an assignment. That assignment, you have to write it, the meanings, especially the difficult words from the passage. You have to write it, and you have to write it neatly. Attach the assignment. The first video's assignment I had given, below that only you have to continue. Write the assignment nicely. Learn the meanings which are given of the previous video as well as this video. And what you have to do? You have to write it neatly in the worksheet and read the lesson right from the first session of the Legend of Marathon, the second session of Legend of Marathon, page number 65 and 66, and then you have to maintain record of the same.